Assalamualaikum, good morning and hi everyone. I am Diana, work as Application Engineer at Reliant Design Solution. I am the presenter for today. This is our second webinar in this month. Today's webinar is moving from AutoCAD to Revit. Hope you guys enjoy it and learn something. Before we start, need your help. Please write your name or your email in the chat section for our record. Write your name or your email in your chat section for our record. Thank you. In this webinar, I will talk about three main topics, which are fundamentals in Revit, tips moving from AutoCAD to Revit, and working with 2D drawings in Revit. This last topic, I will show the demo in Revit itself. Move on to the first topic, which is fundamental of Revit. The fundamentals we have here are design, collaboration, auto update views, and also single unified file. First is design. Every element in Revit represented as model means basically the main purpose of Revit software is to design building model in 3D. So every element in Revit represented as model, or the special term we call as family. As Revit is used for designing 3D building model, the elements of course are consisting of building components such as walls, slabs. For electrical, Revit has lighting fixtures, and it also have sprinkler or just anything that we can see in all types of building. The elements have its own properties or parameter that works intelligently that could ease our modeling work inside Revit. Then the model can further visualize and analyze. Compared with AutoCAD, inside of AutoCAD drawing file, usually your drawing consisting of lines, geometries, and blocks. This is because AutoCAD software is mainly for drafting 2D and 3D drawings. So Revit is for designing 3D model, while AutoCAD is for drafting 2D and 3D drawings. So that is the fundamental of Revit number one. The second one we have here is collaboration. Revit enables us to collaborate with multidisciplinary teams that are related to construction building projects, like the architects, engineers, and project teams, anywhere their locations are. Viewing the building model and checking any changes in one same project file, in one Revit file, will make the work a lot easier. When all professionals are able to work together in same software, as the result, the work deliverables will run smoothly, on time, and low error produced. Next one we have in Revit is auto update views. This is one of the biggest benefit to designer, I think. Usually in AutoCAD, designer need to draw elements in each types of views. For example, the designer want to create door, so it's draw for the door shape and then convert it to block, and then need to draw it manually at different side of the door for at floor plan, ceiling plan, sections, and elevation. Of course, there are also some things or some geometry the designer can copy from the original one, but usually they just need to do it manually again. So when there is a modification to the block, then they need to check each views of drawing inside the AutoCAD, and manually change it to the latest design or to the latest sizes. But with Revit software, each time you change the model or element in one view, the changes can be seen in all other views, as long as the model at that particular view range. One model, Revit only have one model in one Revit file, but just at different view, you see it at different height or different size. Hence, there is no need for you to make changes at each views manually. Last one is single unified file. It include a 3D model, schedules, and also documentation. The reason why we call Revit project file as single unified file is because of its capability to store information of your building design in it. It's not only contain your building model, but also come along with the documentation such as schedules, for example, door schedules, column schedules. Revit also can do the same, including the analysis reports and also sheets that have your floor, ceiling plan, section, and elevation view with the title box. Next topic of the webinar is tips or a guide to start moving from AutoCAD to Revit. Actually, there are a lot of tips that helpful on the website or other webinars on this transition, but I want to highlight just 2 points for today. If you or your company have started considering or after this you might want to start considering to use Revit for your works. First, don't abandon the AutoCAD completely, and second, start with small project first. The first tip, just because I said before, one Revit file is enough for your construction documentation doesn't mean that you don't have to use AutoCAD anymore for your drawing. If your company want to start using Revit, it's good, but remember, there are many companies out there that still not ready for the switching, and you still use AutoCAD for drawing the building layouts. You might still receive DWG files from your clients or consultants. So what you are supposed to do? Don't worry. Actually, Revit allow users to import and export DWG, DGN, and many supported CAD file formats for its flexibility. With these features, it will make your switching less burdensome. And actually, at some point, you still need to use AutoCAD drawing, DWG drawing, as detailed drawings to be attached together with your Revit file, with your Revit project file. Second tips, try to using Revit with small project first. Give yourself or your company time to feel familiar with the commands and feel confident with Revit's features. Don't go for big scale of projects straight away unless you have hired your experienced team using Revit or experience in BIM. As we know, Revit is one of the software designing tool by using BIM, building information modeling concept. And just one small tips for advanced AutoCAD user, for designer that want to start learning Revit. One thing to mention, the execution of any commands inside Revit, placing pipes for example, or connecting duct for your system, for your HVAC system, you need to click the command on the ribbon under the tab, panel, and option bar too. You need to play with your command menu. Why I'm mentioning this? Because I believe whoever spend most of the time using AutoCAD for drawing rely on the keyboard shortcuts most of the time to activate the command immediately. But in Revit, you will find the commands you need to activate it by clicking it or by entering the value. It's a bit different with AutoCAD. It's okay. Later, I will show you a quick demonstration on how the command menu or command icon looks like. Move on to the next slide. This slide, I will talk about ways of working or bring in your 2D drawing file inside Revit. There are link CAD file and also import CAD file. Link CAD file is similar to Xref in our AutoCAD. It's just become as a reference file. You need to reload the link file in to get the new changes, while for importing CAD file, when you had import it, it stays in Revit as a part of your model. No link with the original 2D CAD drawing means it's become a part of your project model file. So if there are any changes in your 2D or AutoCAD drawing, then what you need to do, you need to delete the existing CAD file in Revit and import a new one back again. I will show you both types of working 2D file inside Revit. Let's start with the link CAD. I create a new project file using metric architectural template. This is how the starting user interface for Revit looks like. Okay. And go for insert tab, go for link CAD and choose for example DWG file that I have here. So this is the type other type of format file that's supported in Revit, not only DWG but also SketchUp, DXF. So feel free to use for your convenience. This is the setting that I said we have invert, preserve, and also black and white. I normally use invert or black and white because the color will be easy and clear to see inside our Revit. So I just choose invert. For layers, this is mean the Revit asks you what layers you want to bring it, whether you want to bring all or you just want to bring in the visible one inside your drawing, or you want to specify some of it you want to make it you want to bring it, or some of it you do not want to bring it. So I just pick all, and this is import units. Usually Revit will do a great job on auto detection, so I just go for this one. And this is the important setting that I said before. Just to repeat for you, this current view setting only at the left side here is all. The function is to decide whether your 2D drawing will display at current view only, which is level 1, or we can see it at other levels, and also 3D view. So for example, if your building consists of many levels like double-story house or apartment, make sure you check the box of current view only, because you for sure will bring several 2D CAD files into this Revit project file. That means each 2D file is view specific to its own level. But if let's say the drawing that you want to bring it, either link CAD or import CAD, then like doors, HVAC, or electrical switch box, then it's better for you to leave the checkbox empty. So I will not
check it for me to show you guys how it will appear, how it will be displayed inside the view. Click open. So this is the CAD drawing that this is the one. And then to hide some of the layer, can select the CAD file and then go for query up here. And then just click on the layer that you want to hide, then hide in view like that. But if you want to bring it inside again, then need to go for the visibility or graphic. This dialog box, I believe you will use it frequently as you're starting using Revit. This is where the dialog visibility box function is for you to control the visibility by using the checkbox here. Control lines, color, line patterns, and also thickness. So we want to bring in the furniture bag, go for add here and then check this one, click OK. So you can see it visible again. Okay. And this is what you can see at other level. Level 2, you can see it's a bit gray, but it's still there.
And in 3D view.
Because I do not tick for the current view only setting, if you still can remember. This is where all the project browser, this is where the project browser is, where all your views will be listed. Go back to level 1. Let's see if I make changes here. So what you need to do is go to the original CAD file. Okay. I will change the sizing here. I'll make this one smaller, like this, just a small area. Click Save, and then go back to Revit. So to get the latest change, you can see it here. You need to go for the Manage Links. This one, another dialog box, and then go for CAD format, and then click Reload. Okay, so you can see this area becomes smaller. Follow the original modification that I do. Okay, so this is basically for the link CAD. So the important benefits, you can get the latest changes from the original file. Then after you already change it to the latest changes, means this is the right drawing for you to start doing element to create model in Revit, then you can start. For example, I want to start with the walls here. So just go for the architectural, click wall, and then of course need to choose the same thickness of the wall that come from the AutoCAD. And then just find the snapping point. So this is the reason actually we link CAD file for reference. For Revit to detect the intersection point or midpoint or endpoint. Okay, let me just do this first. It will auto detect and join for you. If you see here, I just bring it to center, but as you can see, it will join completely together. Okay, another one here, modify place wall. This is what I call as option bar just now. Okay, this is where you need to go up here and change it manually. Next, same goes with the door. So if you already have a door drawing or drawer blocks from your AutoCAD, just find for the command and then choose the right type or the right family. Okay, so this is a double door. It doesn't have added properties palette here, then need to load family. This file or these families actually is come together when you install your Revit. So you can get it with many types of elements, models with all the sizes, with several sizes. So I just pick the smallest one like this and just go for here. 1, 2, and 3. So if you find it's like not at the right location, then can just use modification up here like align, move, all these kind of things. Let me move it to the right place. Okay, so now let's see how it looks like in 3D. So it will look like this. Let's see it in colors. So this is how it looks like. So with the help of CAD drawing, you can just tracing your CAD file to draw your elements or model. And you can just do straight away modification inside here. So for example, I want to make the height of the wall lower, then just select all the wall here. Go to the properties. Yes, properties palette is actually really important inside Revit. And you can see it straight away go lower than the original height like this. So do not worry. I think if you explore more and start to learning Revit, then you will find it's a lot easier and give you much benefits than using AutoCAD. And of course, you can use Revit and AutoCAD together. So let's move on to the next way, which is import CAD. This time I will import CAD as a detail drawing. Means the drawing will not be used to convert to Revit element, but still require it in one Revit file. So to do, go for the view, drafting view, and then give the name. So I just made it item. Choose the right scale. And then go for the import CAD menu, this one. Go for the mechanical equipment. As you can see, the settings for import CAD and link CAD just the same one. Colors, level, import units, all this kind of thing. So zoom in, see. You can see it's also come in one single file, and you can find the same menu or commands up here, same with the link CAD. So the only difference with import CAD and link CAD, by importing CAD file, we can't update any changes made in the original CAD file to Revit. You also can't find this this drawing under manage link here, right? You can see it. So if you using import CAD, then you want to bring in a new changes, then what you need to do, you need to delete this step again, import CAD again. So the import command for me, you already confirm no more changes will be made, or it has been finalized, or just choose to, or of course just choose to bring in by link CAD. It will not affect if the drawing had been finalized or not. Okay, so that's how the way for you to bring in 2D drawings in Revit. So that's all for our webinar today. So we have reached the end of the webinar. Thank you for joining us. Feel free for you guys to leave any question if you have any question together with your name or your and your email. I will get back to you after the webinar. and I will also feel glad if you leave any feedback or comment. Mm, and of course, if you feel interested in starting learning to start learning Revit, we do provide online trainings during this MCO period. And don't forget to join our next webinars by registering it at our website. We have another webinar on this Thursday, and next after that, the next webinar will be on next month. Thank you. Assalamualaikum, and till we meet again. Stay safe, work safe, and keep learning new things. Bye, everyone. Assalamualaikum.
This is the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment this video for our improvement in the next videos. Thank you. Bye.